Alrighty then. Chomping away on my elephant. Electric can opener. Even got a stone sharpener on it. I don't think I've ever taken one of these apart either. Isn't much to them. Not much at all. I guess that's fine because all they have to do is work, right? I don't care what they look like inside. I'm trying to avoid throwing the whole thing in the bucket. It's gonna fight me all the way. In the bucket it goes. Nice little motor, an off and on switch. The heat is on in here. It's warming up pretty good. One electric cord. Always cut the plug ends off. This is nice and soft. It can be stripped. That's how I determine which ones get stripped or not. I know somebody requested a stripping video. Well, it'll be a boring video because I do it by hand. I don't have a machine like everybody else. And the wire I can't strip goes in the other bucket. And it gets brought in as insulated. So nice little motor on this one. A little bit of copper on it. I go after it all. Everybody knows that. I guess I gotta take that nut off. Get that stone off. Nope, goes the other way. Excuse me. There we go. Come on. You want to come out, you know. That's cast aluminum. Oh, wee little clip holding it on. See the little buggers hide right in front of you. There we go. Come on, there we go. I don't think there's anything in that little piece of cast. Dirty aluminum. What do you do with a sharpening stone? Looks like a little bits of brass on there, or copper. That could be copper, actually. It's old enough. We'll have to bust it all off. There we go. It just makes a contact when you hit the, push that big arm down, eh? And make sure it's clean. Yeah, that is copper. They can actually go in with the brass. Make sure, magnet. It's not sticking anything. Put it in with the brass. It's going to pay about the same, there's zero weight. I'm going to have to clean this up. I'm going to do it later. My goal today these guys. Yeah, there's more over there. That's not all of them. There's more outside in my gazebo. All patiently waiting to be dissected. There's going to be a lot of plastic from that. This one's already started. There's the motor. See that? Pretty stuff, eh? Yeah, that's why I do them. Hopefully you can see that better. So I'm gonna have to put a tarp on my stuff outside tonight. Because apparently they're calling for 5 to 15 millimeters of freezing rain. Now I gotta figure that one out because that's metric and I'm not a big fan of metric. I do believe 2 millimeters, 2 or 3 millimeters. No, that's millimeters, sorry. I was thinking centimeters. I'm gonna have to Google it because I don't know. Or you guys can Google it, figure it out to get the imperial version of it. I will get you out of there when you're garbage. There we go. Switching the shred. That's just plastic. I can't even get it in the bucket. Swell. Plug goes in the plug bucket. So I don't know. I'm at a dilemma. Do I go out on bulk wheat this week? I got so much to do here. I don't know if I should. What do you think? That's too big. There you are. Nope, battery dying. I guess I should put it in the charger, correct? Huh. Yeah, my wife brought some firewood in for me. Such a nice woman she is. I think that's her idea of keeping me out of the house. I keep warm in the garage, you know, stay out of the house. That's fine. She's a trooper. She puts up with me, so can't ask for much more, right? Are we brass? Are we? Sure looks brass. Then it is brass. Alright. Well, that's a plus already out of this shop vac. Little cast aluminum out of here. Oh, you don't want to come out very easily. I'm trying to get that thing out. There we go. I win, you lose. No, you don't lose. You get to go in the cast aluminum bucket. See how that dial goes? Like that. That's the way you turn it to loosen the nut. 99% of them you can do it by hand. But with your fingers. With the exception of the odd rusty one. But you gotta remember these are shop vacs. Now this one here has little chunks of steel on it. Make sure you get them off, otherwise you're dirty aluminum. They're just riveted on. Or not riveted, but tacked. Sheet aluminum. Now we just gotta get the rest of them out of there. And they keep changing screwdriver bits on you. That is just plastic. garbage. Here's the rest of that motor. And that could be why it quit. It burned right there. Normally everything runs, just they don't run well. It is a copper winding. Come on. Don't be anything holding you in there anymore. Sure will. And I just got to get these guys out. The brushes. Boom. Yep. Oh, the one brush. See, that's why it quit. That one brush is burnt. Burnt the wire right off. So yeah, it ain't gonna run too well. I just need to open it up because it's just crimped there. It ain't gonna open for me. I'll pull you out. Nope. It's crimped pretty good. There we go. I got her on. Oh yeah, every little bit of copper helps. Don't throw that in the shred. It goes in the number 2 bucket. This goes into the shred. We do the same with this one. This one I had cut, but that one was burnt. I was hoping to just open that little clamp. There we go. Why'd you open up and the other one wouldn't? I can take the brush right out the backside. Or not. We've got that in the area. There we go. Or copper. I take all copper. In the shred bucket you go. You know this up. Yeah, I know. I have to work on him yet. Get rid of all this stuff. There. Okay. He'll come out that way. And you see through you. Oh, that one's going to be so easy to take apart. It almost comes apart on its own when you can see through it that well. So that's a good one to take apart. Well, we just got to get him out of here. Fine, be stubborn. All this plastic around him. Okay, you think he's copper? I know he's copper. You can tell by the weight. We'll take him apart. Can you see me over here? Not really. There we go. You have to fight with it. You know it's copper. Because aluminum doesn't give you a hard time. It just cuts. I'll take the hard time over anything. What's that saying? We like Snow White. Or we like Red Riding Hood. We don't like Snow White. But we'll take her if we have to. Flip it over. Pull it up. Yeah, a little overkill on the pry bar, but it just happened to be handy. Voila! Nice copper. Number 2. Now, Canadian Treasure Hunter, you say you throw this in your heavy. Well, mine doesn't accept it as heavy because it's all platelets. Mine says it's shred. Can't argue with them. I can't force them to pay me a better price than this guy. It's the same. It's all platelets once you're done with it. Actually, they run this way. So a little copper there, lots of copper in there. Don't dismiss it too fast before you actually give it a try. Sometimes I cook them in the stove. The big companies that strip motors, they cook them in an oven. It's the only way you can kick off that varnish, right? What am I looking for? You, Magoo. Oh, that came off too easy. I took the motor apart the other day. Come on. There we go. That's all shred. And that's gobbledygook. That's just the stuff that holds the oil. Keeps your motor lubricated. A piece of steel in there. And there's a piece of steel in the backside. We have to pop them out. And got more of that crap on the back, see? It just keeps the bearings lubricated. That's all it does. Some type of cloth with oil in it, holds oil longer. Okay, clean cast. Excuse me. This came off of a motor I took apart earlier this week. I stripped that furnace outside, so I come home from work, went directly at it. I was already cold, and I thought, what's the matter? We'll get a little chillier, right? Why not? Messy stuff this stuff is. I'll clean it out first. It's the fan from my stove you hear in the background. Hopefully it's not drowning out too badly. It's my source of heat. Two pieces. Oh, I'll do the backside yet. Okay, clean with no caffeine. Where's my cast aluminum bucket? There it is. My buckets are getting full. I should maybe take a run into the yard this morning yet. So anyways, yeah, we're getting long in the tooth. I don't know if that fan's too loud, overpowering me or not, but this is my plan. Hopefully to have them all stripped by lunch. Think I can do it. It's 10 o'clock. At least the ones in here. I have about 20 of them. There's the rest of them. There's what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 out there yet. So 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 of them. And then I got all these guys to do yet. So, that's my plan. I can leave the camera on, but then it just keeps, and then the video gets too long. Hopefully all you my American neighbors had a good, happy Thanksgiving. Apartment scrapper. Yesterday was your and the wife's anniversary. Happy anniversary. I noticed you had that listed on Facebook. I thought I heard somebody at the door. Okay, I'm gonna sign off on this one. I did a little 2.5 minute update. That'll be uploaded too. So I'm just keeping you posted. I'm here. Everybody's requesting video on the motor. With any luck, once I get all these vacuums cleared out, that motor will come in the garage. I have to dig out my crane and give you an idea where it is. See that orange thingy there with the 2 legs sticking up? That's my engine crane. Way back there. Yes, it folds up. It's good for 2 ton. Believe it or not, that was scrap. It was at the curb. The 1 leg was bent. I'm thinking the guy rode over it with the car, or the wife did. I don't know who. I'm not. Somebody ran it over because the 1 leg was bent. When my neighbor was still alive in his shop next door, well, he's been dead now going on almost 2 years. So that shows how long I've had that. We took the leg off and we put it in his great big press. He had a fab shop. And it was for pressing, making bends and corners on sheets of steel and that. So we put it in there, we pressed the leg back, straightened it out, and reinforced it. So I'm not going to resell it. That's why, because it's been damaged, I'm going to hang on to it. Use it at my own discretion. I was going to attach it to the back of my Cub Cadet and put 2 bigger wheels on the legs. That way I could move stuff around the yard. You know what I mean? It'd be like putting a crane on the back of my tractor. Picture that. You'll see what the crane looks like when I get it totally out of there, when I set it up. But attached to the back of my Cub Cadet. So I can move heavy stuff around the yard, like I move wood stoves around, I move heavy cast around, now I got a big electric engine to move, you know, just stuff like that. It would be handy. Just attaches to the hitch on the back, because this is a heavy duty rear end on that one. It's not your Mickey Mouse little rear end like what's on this thing. Just because it has a trailer hitch doesn't mean you can pull whatever you want with it. I found that out. That one's got the hydrostatic heavy duty rear end, so it's designed to pull heavy stuff. So that's one of my projects. So, oh, look at that. Mr. Sunshine's coming out. On that note, like, subscribe, and share. Or not. Have a nice day.